Hi there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. I will not be doing a debut review for My Little Pony, The New Generation. Do you know why? I'll tell you why I will not be doing a debut review for My Little Pony, The New Generation. The reason being, it's a movie, not a show. I did not know this. I knew My Little Pony, The New Generation was coming out at some point, but I had just assumed it was a show. And then a trailer came out and I realized it's a movie. Huh. So I did some Google foo and I found out that, yeah, it's a movie. Which will subsequently be followed by a TV show. So maybe I'll do a debut review for that. And so it was the exact opposite with brand new cherry flavor. Cherries. I thought this was a movie. Saw the trailer, I went, oh, that looks like a thing. Maybe I'll check that out. So I was browsing Netflix for something to watch, and I saw brand new cherry flavor with a really dumb thumbnail advertising it. Seriously, it looks like a clump of mud that someone drew a happy face in. I hope this is much cooler. I hope this is much more eye-catching and provocative than a happy face drawn in mud. I mean, maybe they're kind of going for the look of the flesh-bound cover of the Necronomicon or something like that, but this is really just... Netflix, you're terrible at this. Anyway, so I was browsing Netflix looking for a new show to debut review, and I saw brand new cherry flavor. I thought, oh, I wonder how long that is. It's 8 episodes. I was like, oh, it's a show! Oh! Well, I can debut review it. A filmmaker heads to Hollywood in the early 90s to make her movie, but tumbles down a hallucinatory rabbit hole of sex, magic, revenge, and kittens. You got kittens in your rabbit hole. Sorry, I'm thinking of rabbit hole of sex, and my mind is going places. So, I had actually seen a few headlines in various entertainment websites saying that this show is disgusting. It is gross. It's nasty. It's ew! Ew! I didn't actually read any of the articles because I don't know. I just read headlines. You only need to read the headline, of course. Who needs the body of the article? But hey, it looks like Rosa Salazar. Looks like the eyeball reduction surgery went well, Rosa. Eric Lang, don't know him. Oh, Kathleen Keener. Okay, cool. So, alright, brand new cherry flavor. Let the grossness commence! That title card was a lie. It's been about 5 hours since I recorded the intro. So, my business that I work for, professionally, for money. We're doing server maintenance this weekend, and I needed to make sure that we didn't break anything. I was running some program, and it was taking longer than I expected. I knew I wanted to do a debut review for this show today. So, I thought, well, this thing will probably take between 5 and 10 minutes. I can knock out the intro. That'll be done. Then I can watch the show. So I knocked out the intro. That damn process ran for over 2 hours. And I also had lunch, and I had I'm co-hosting a music panel in the Gem Con convention thing in a few weeks. I had a meeting about that, so I've been doing stuff. In the past few debut reviews, you may have noticed me exclaiming in most colorful language that my television remote is being funky. I don't think it's the remote. I think it's the Netflix app on my TV. Because it seems like anytime Netflix switches over to the next episode, my remote controls just don't work. Except the menu feature that slides the menu in from the side so I can adjust, sound, speakers, picture, all kinds of crap. But I can't move the cursor to more episodes or back. The back button, cancel, even turn the TV off button does not work. The only button that seems to work is pause 18 seconds later once the show starts. So it's actually been about 3 minutes since the end of the episode because I've been fussing with that. And then it's another minute or two before the controller starts, or remote rather, starts working again. I don't know. But I find it most vexing. So, brand new cherry flavor. It's a flavor, it's cherry. Brand new. This, I don't feel this needed to be 50 some odd minutes long. It feels like that could have been condensed. I'm not sure what all to talk about because not a whole hell of a lot happened. So, I mean, I could say spoilers, but this is really just the setup. So, there is a last minute twist or turn or thing that happens that you might not want to know about. I'll warn you before I get there. Kind of like in the Amazon Invincible cartoon, where at the end of the first episode, something happens with not Superman and the not Justice League, and you're like, whoa, okay. Kind of something like that, right? So I'll get to that later. So what happens? Well, Battle Angel Alita has made a short film, and some Hollywood producer, granted hasn't had a hit in a few years, got a hold of the tape and got in contact with her, said he wanted to meet her. So he meets her. Seems like kind of a douchebag. But he's like, I'm going to option your short, and I'm going to have a contract with you so that we can make a movie, and it says you'll direct, because she wants to direct, because the feature-length version of her short, because it's hers, you see. And then he's like, that's right, I'm going to teach you how to pitch yourself as an up-and-coming new director so that the money peoples don't run screaming at the thought of a brand new untested director. And so I'm going to take you to this party where the money peoples are so you can schmooze and network. Oh, and now my hand is on your upper thigh because we make a good team. Because of course he does. And she says, no! And he goes, oh, misread that. And then later he tries to smooch her and she says, no! And he's like, oh, misread that. And then he, forcibly tries to smooch her again, and she's like, no! And he's like, oh, misread that. So, you want to get in the car? No! Oh, okay, bye. So, he reneges on his promise that she gets to direct her film, because apparently he hid something, we're not privy to what, in the contract that even though the way she read it and the way her friends read it, she couldn't afford a lawyer to read it. It seemed legit. It seemed like she's directing the film. Apparently that's not the case. So she goes over to his house and she's like, "You lied to me." And he says, "Well, I make a distinction between promises and agreements. The contract was the agreement. That's what you agreed to. Promises don't mean doodly squat." Well, she's rather upset at that. Because she's also thinking that the only reason she's not directing her film now is because she rebuffed his sexual advances. From a imbalanced position of power, I might add. Not a cool thing. Don't do that. So she storms into his... Oh, I already said that. She storms into the house. "You, brah!" He's like, "Hey, that's the way the business works." And she's like, "I'm going to tell your wife that you were, feeling up my thigh and trying to kiss me, you big doo-doo head." And he's like, "Don't you threaten me. Get out my house." And she says, "Oh, yeah, well, I will." And she walks in. He's like, "I think we can still be friends, right?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "Strangle, smackety smackety smack on her face." Choke slamming her onto the hood of her car and says, "Now get off my driveway, young lady, or I'll call the police on you for putting your neck right in my clenched hand. How dare you? How dare you put your face where I'm slapping? How dare you put the hood of your car where I choke slam you? Bad, bad Battle Angel Alita. Bad." So Battle Angel Alita is very upset by this man's behavior. But it just so happens that she met a witch who gave her a cat and said, "Hey, I can hurt people for you." She said, "Okay." And she recalls this witch who gave her a cat and says, "Hey, I can hurt people for you." So she goes over to the witch who gave her a cat. She forgets to return the cat, but oh well. And she says, "Hey, witch who gave me a cat, I hear you can hurt people for me." And she goes, "Yeah, that's right." And she says, "Well, there's a guy I want you to hurt because he took my movie, which was very, very important to me. Because I lost my mom my mom walked out at a very young age, and I thought if I could make a movie and it'd seen wide that maybe my mom would see my movie and see that I'm worthwhile and she shouldn't have walked away." And nanny goats on her. And witch who gave her a cat said, "Did you bring my cat?" She said, "No, I didn't bring your cat." She said, "Oh, it's a shame. I missed that cat. It's a cute little bugger." She says, "Okay, well, long as you're willing to pay the fee." And Battle Angel Alita says, "Yeah, whatever it is." And she says, "Okay, I will take payment now." Spoilers! Here's the part where I get into here's what happens in the last 2 minutes of the show that you may want to be surprised on. So if any of this sounds interesting, well, you can watch this later. You know how to handle spoilers. I got faith in you. So, the witch who gave her a cat that she didn't return says, "I will take the first installment of the payment plan right now." And so Battle Angel Alita barfs up a cat. Cute little white fuzzy kitten. Well, it's a little slimy because she just barfed it up. So, yeah. Now, this is only the first installment, so are we to assume that as long as Battle Angel Alita keeps barfing up kittens, Witch Lady will fulfill her revenge fantasies? Because she wants, one, she wants her movie back so she can direct it, and two, she wants the rapey jerkface, rapey assaulty jerkface to, "I want his life to burn." And that may cost a few upchucked cats. Or is the first part of the payment and upchucked cat, and then subsequent installments of the payment plan something else. I'm going to guess that it's going to be a constant flood of upchucked cats. That's my guess. So, so as I said in the intro, I had heard tells, some people saying, "Oh my gosh, this show is so icky and gross," and "Oh, you." Nah. I mean, the only thing in there really is her barfing up a cat at the end, and it's not even really that gross. It's weird. It's unexpected. It's a little gooey. Because, you got to get some phlegm going to pass a cat. Kind of hard to do that dry. So she's got a little bit of spittle on her lip. But as far as barfing up a cat goes, I could imagine grosser. Oh, there's another scene where she walks out of her apartment and there's a dead coyote and there's like 4 or 5 cats eating the dead coyote. And she's like, I'm gonna go back inside. So that happened. Am I gonna watch the second episode? Maybe. I mean, it does have cats in it. And they're adorable. And that goes a long way. And I kind of want to see what form the revenge takes. And watching people puke up kittens is fun. So, On the other hand, this episode was kind of boring. I mean, it didn't make me stand up and pace impatiently. It didn't make me angry. I didn't have to pause it and call up my sister and vent. She actually had to call me a couple days ago because she saw The Green Knight, and she's driving home and she's like, "Andrew, are you busy?" "No." And she says, "Good, because I need to vent about The Green Knight because I just saw it and I just need to talk about it now." Like you do. No, it was okay. I mean, it's well shot. The performances are good. Everyone's doing their job. It's just kind of boring because you get the idea of, yeah, okay, Hollywood producer abusing his position of power and screwing over young talent. I'm familiar with the idea, with that trope. This is not new. I don't think that needed 50 minutes of setup. Feel that could have been condensed. But who knows? Maybe every minute of that will prove to be important in subsequent episodes. I just found it kind of my buns never went numb. It wasn't an uncomfortable sit. It just wasn't an engaging one. Unless there was a cat on the screen, because cats are cool. I have long said that there are some ubiquitous elements of filmmaking that should be retired. Long have I said that the Wilhelm scream is one of them. Stop using it. It just stands out like a sore thumb. A thumb so sore it has gangrene or something. A very off-puttingly sore thumb. Please stop using the Wilhelm scream. Just retire that one. We need a moratorium on the Wilhelm. No more. Adding to that list is that thing that stealthy characters do, whether they're ninjas or spies or horror movie slashers, where they're standing there staring at you, and then something passes in front of them, and ooh, they're gone. Like a crowd of people walk in front of them, and they're gone. You know, that scene in John Wick where they're in the, I think John Wick 3 maybe, or probably happens in all of them. They're following each other in a bus station. I think Mark Dacascos is following him in a bus station, and a crowd of people walk in front of John Wick, and they pass, and oh, he's gone. Oh, I see Michael Myers out there, and then a car drives by, and oh, he's gone. Or a bus passes in front of someone, oh, I've lost Jason Bourne. You know that? Stop doing that! That doesn't work anymore. We can see it coming from a mile away. It's never made any damn sense, although you can cut him some slack if it's supernatural, but oh my god, it's so predictable and boring. Just stop doing that. Figure something else out. Please, because it bothers me. So, for kitten puking fun, brand new cherry flavor is, I guess that's what a kitten tastes like. What's it taste like when you're horking up a kitty? It's kind of a cherry flavor? Really? Well, not exactly cherry. A brand new cherry flavor. It's not the old cherry flavor. It's brand new. So, I hope it... honestly, it's a toss-up whether I watch the next episode or not. These episodes seem to all be 50 minutes, and I don't know if I have the patience. I hope this thing... Maybe I'll give it another episode just to see if it picks up the pace and becomes more interesting, but... at the very least, there were kitties in it. And at the end of the day, what more can you ask for?